The other day, I went out to eat pizza, and it was great. The pizza was beautiful. You should have seen it. It was incredible. But then 2 weeks ago, I actually ordered pizza from a place that I shall not name because I don't want to do bad advertisement for them. And the pizza was actually kind of bad, but I still ate it, and it still tastes good. And that's what Brazilian football is. Brazilian football is just like pizza. When it's good, it's incredible, it's tremendous, it's beautiful. And when Brazilian football is bad, it's still good. Hello. If you're new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Chapéu Football, where we provide the best coverage of Brazilian football and South American football and the World Cup in English on YouTube. And today we have the 7 Things We Learned series, where every single day following a Brazil game, we tell you 7 things that we learned. And for this one, Brazil defeated Japan 2-1 in the round of 32 of the 2026 World Cup, and they have now advanced to the round of 16. So you tell me in the comment section, what did you learn? And I want to say this before we start. I have a lot of respect for Japan. Tremendous respect for Japan. A while back, we even made a video that took me a lot of time and a lot of research talking about the rise of Japanese football and how Brazil played a role. Brazil's influence in Japanese football. So make sure to go check out that video. It's a great video. You'll learn a lot about the Japanese football culture. And once again, Japan, you lost 2-1, but you should be proud of how you played and how you've done. We'll talk about Japan in lesson number 7, actually. So right now, I just want to ask you to drop a like in this video if you haven't already. And that's all. Subscribe also if you want to. And let's go to lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is that this was, in fact, a big win. I don't care what anyone says about Brazil struggling in the first half. We'll talk about the positives and negatives. This is a massive win. This is the World Cup knockout rounds. You just have to win your games. You have to win it. Go back to 2002 when Brazil won the World Cup. It wasn't pretty against Belgium. Brazil got lucky that game, actually. It wasn't pretty against England. Ronaldinho had to carry Brazil. It wasn't pretty against Turkey, but Brazil won the World Cup. You have to win your games, and win the game they did. And Carlo Ancelotti even brought us a little bit of that Real Madrid pact with the devil right there, right? That he brings in Martinelli off the bench and the guy scores the game-winning goal during added time. That reminded me a lot of his time in the Champions League with Real Madrid. Now, of course, it wasn't perfect, but Japan is a very good team. They looked like an actual team, a cohesive team. They had a plan, an identity. They were well organized. Brazil, on the other hand, one of the concerns I still have is that Brazil doesn't look like a cohesive team. They look like a bunch of talented individuals. And ultimately, I don't want to oversimplify it, but let's oversimplify it. Brazil beat Japan because they just out-talented Japan. Brazil won because they had better players. That is literally it. But then again, in the other lessons that we have, I'll get into specifics about Japan's mentality. That was a problem for Japan as well. Brazilian players that played poorly, Brazilian players that played well, and much more. So let's just go to lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 is that Neymar will barely play in this World Cup. And listen, I'm a big Neymar fan. I want him to play. I want him to get at least 1 goal. But I don't think he'll play much in the World Cup. And I know this may sound obvious because he only played, 20 minutes against Scotland or so. And then this game, he played no minutes. But let me read a quote from Carlo Ancelotti after the game, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on it. And this is what Carlo Ancelotti had to say after the game when he was questioned about Neymar not playing. He said, "I was saving Neymar for extra time. I spoke with him, and if we hadn't equalized the game, he would have come around the 60th or 65th minute. But we equalized it, and I didn't want to change the team's shape because we were controlling the match." Now listen, I think part of that is a load of crap. Brazil was controlling most of this game, even the first half. And Brazil needed a goal, right? They needed to try to win this game and not go to extra time. Endrick came off the bench before Neymar did. I think he came in for Paquetá at halftime that was injured. Martinelli. So my point here is that Neymar is probably not going to play. Now, was he going to be subbed in at extra time? I think he would have, because he probably would be there to take penalties. So unless Brazil has games going to penalty shootouts or late in extra time, I don't expect Neymar to get many minutes, or if it's a blowout, right? If Brazil has like a 3-0 lead, which considering we might play Norway, England, Argentina, I don't think there's going to be a blowout. So don't expect Neymar to play many minutes. I want him to play. I want him to get at least 1 goal in the World Cup, but I wouldn't count on it. If he was in great shape and flying in practice and playing super well, he would have most certainly come into this game. Brazil was playing against a low block. Japan was defending deep. That is the exact circumstance that most of us thought Ancelotti would utilize Neymar to break a defensive low block. He still wasn't subbed in, so he probably won't play much in the World Cup. Now listen, before we continue, we have a quick hydration break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. We have an incredible VPN deal for you, and don't forget to drop a like in this video. Don't go anywhere. We have lesson number 3 in roughly 1 minute. The World Cup is here, and you want to watch the games without being watched. And that's why today we are partnering up with Proton VPN. With Proton VPN, you can watch the games with no tracking, no data collection, and your privacy being protected. I mean, we don't want that search history leaking. Essentially, you watch the game without being watched. Also, if you are traveling outside of the United States or out of your own home country during the World Cup, you can use Proton VPN. And that will allow you to access your home broadcasts from the subscriptions that you already have. Some people prefer a more familiar broadcast, so even miles away, it still feels like home. And if you use my link, which is protonvpn.com/Chapéu, as in CHAPEU, you will get a special offer throughout the World Cup. You can also use the link in the description of this video. And this is big. You'll get 50% off if you sign up for 1 month. You'll get 65% off if you sign up for a full year. Now, if you sign up for 2 years, you get 70% off, which comes out to be less than $3 a month. Again, just go to protonvpn.com/Chapéu to get that special offer. Thank you very much, Proton, for sponsoring the channel. Okay, we are back, and hopefully you're very hydrated from the hydration break. And make sure to drop a like in this video if you haven't already. All right, so lesson number 3 is that Alisson will have to start making some big saves if Brazil wants to win this World Cup. And understand, Alisson is an incredible goalkeeper. He's very good, and he makes all the saves that you're supposed to make. Now, in the Japan goal, was it his fault? No, it wasn't his fault. Could he have made that save? Could he have done better? In my opinion, yes, and that's been something many have criticized Alisson in 2018, 2022, is that he's a very good goalkeeper, and he makes the saves he's supposed to. But for Brazil to win the World Cup, we kind of need him to make the saves that you're not expecting a goalkeeper to make. He needs to start making big saves, and I haven't really seen that from Alisson in the World Cup or 2018 or 2022. Hopefully he does in the next few rounds, because if Brazil wants to win this World Cup, he's going to have to start doing that. He has to essentially be like Courtois was for Ancelotti with Real Madrid. That's what we need from Alisson. Lesson number 4, and this one is starting to annoy me because I said this in every single video we've done after a Brazil game. If Ancelotti wants to die on the Casemiro hill, he will die on the Casemiro hill. Okay, and that's a big problem because I'm telling you right now, if he continues to start and play Casemiro the full 90 minutes, he will be the reason why Brazil will get eliminated in this World Cup. Okay, I'm telling you right now, and you'll remember this when it happens. I'm hoping he changes that. Okay, the Casemiro is slow now. He just lost it. He is a washed player. He can be there as an experienced guy late in the game to help hold the game. Maybe, probably won't be helping with that either. He looks like he ate like a whole pizza before the game or 5 burritos, anything. It doesn't look good. He looks like he's running with jeans on, jeans pants, right? He's just too slow. The Japan goal, Danilo put a horrible pass. So a lot of the fault is on Danilo for the bad pass. But Casemiro could not keep up with the Japanese player. So a lot of the goal is on Casemiro as well. And there were multiple other moments in the game where he got beat. He mistimes the tackles. On the ball, he's not great. The first touch is off. The passing ain't great. I'm sorry. I know he scored, and that'll cloud many people's judgment. They'll say, that's why Casemiro's there, because he scores goals. Guys, that's not his main role. That's not his main role. He has to protect the back line. We can't be conceding those goals like we did against Japan. That is his first job. Protect the back line and help progress the ball forward. He's not doing those two things. He scored a goal. Good for him, and it helped Brazil quite a bit. But he's not doing the job that he's supposed to do. He's too slow. He's washed. It's going to be a problem, okay? And hopefully Ancelotti doesn't die on this hill. I am actually very concerned about that. Lesson number 5 is something that people kept clowning me when I said that Brazil were World Cup contenders. And I'm going to say it again. Brazil is a World Cup contender, okay? Just accept it. They are. Could they lose? Sure, they can lose. But they beat Haiti and Scotland 3-0. I don't know what else you want. You wanted 4 or 5 against Haiti? Okay, that might be the only criticism you can give them. They tied Morocco, a semi-finalist of the 2022 World Cup, and they beat Japan 2-1, a potential dark horse, a very good team, probably the best team in Asia. What else do you want? Brazil are legit World Cup contenders. That doesn't mean they're going to win it, but they are contenders. Okay, lesson number 6. And understand that at the time of this recording, I do not know if Lucas Paquetá is out of the World Cup. I don't know if he's actually injured or not. He was subbed out at halftime for Endrick. But to lesson number 6, we still don't know who is the first offensive player off the bench, right? Igor Thiago started the first game and then hasn't played anymore. So technically the first man off the bench would be Martinelli, Endrick, Neymar, Luis Henrique, that was very good before the World Cup for Ancelotti every time he played for Brazil. He's not playing. Endrick came into this game. I didn't think Endrick played well. He was subbed in at halftime. I didn't think Endrick played well. Was he terrible? No, but he was forcing it a bit too much. Wasn't really making things happen. Martinelli, a player that I don't really like too much and don't rate, he was dynamic. He was moving well. Not just the goal. He was actually playing well when he was subbed in, Gabriel Martinelli. So I still don't know who's the first guy off the bench. It's obviously not Neymar right now, but he's an option. So I don't know. I wanted Endrick to start, but right now it looks like Martinelli would be the first guy right there. I guess we'll see. The next game will be against Norway or the Ivory Coast. I guess this is not even a lesson. It's a question in my mind. I was certain that I wanted Endrick to start. I wanted Endrick there. Right now, I'm not so sure. And to me, Hayan, he has to be a starter. He wasn't perfect in the game, but Hayan plays his role down the right wing perfectly. He has to be a starter, and he will continue to be a starter. And a quick shout out to Vini Jr., Vinicius, because if he scored that goal for Brazil, oh my God, what a beauty it would have been. But Zion Suzuki, an incredible goalkeeper for Japan, made the save and it hit the post. Speaking of Zion Suzuki, let's go to lesson number 7, which is about Japan. The last lesson is not about Brazil. So we made that whole video talking about the rise of Japanese football. The link will be in the description. You guys can go watch it yourself. It's a very interesting video. And Japan was able to replicate the technical development of Brazilians. If you notice, the Japanese players, they have a lot of the passing and movement, and they like to play close to each other like the Brazilian players, right? They know how to play that way, or at least how Brazil used to play in the past. The problem is, I don't think Japan has the mentality, right? If you watch this game again, you will see it was quite evident that to Brazil, losing this game was unacceptable. It was an embarrassment. While to Japan, it seemed like there was just an honor to play Brazil, and they didn't really believe they could beat Brazil. Japan didn't play to the best of their ability. I'm not downplaying Brazil's win. I'm just saying Japan, if they ever want to go far in the World Cup, which I think they can, they're a very good team. They were missing Mitoma, Minamino, Kubo, so they were missing some key players. If Japan wants to ever go deep in the World Cup, they have to start believing they can go deep in the World Cup. That Japanese team that I saw did not look like they believed they could beat Brazil. Could they beat Brazil? They could. Brazil has better players, but Japan could beat them. They just didn't believe they could. So Japan is on track, and they're due to have a deep run in the World Cup at some point. They're a very good team, and they're getting better every single World Cup. But until they start believing in themselves that they can knock out a Brazil, a France, a Spain, knock them out, not beat them in the World Cup in the group stage, but knock them out in the knockout rounds. We saw that in 2018 versus Belgium, 2022 with Croatia, and now again with Brazil. Until they start believing, they will not do it. And this is a country I have tremendous respect for. They've been growing incredibly in soccer. Sorry, not soccer, football. All right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like before you go. We will be doing a round of 16 World Cup predictions video, a live watch along for the next Brazil game, whoever the opponent is, Norway or Ivory Coast, and a 7 things you learned for that one as well. Hopefully celebrating another win and Brazil heading to the quarterfinals. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like before you go, and have a great day.